Hi, and welcome to Winterwear Designs. Today I am going to take you through the burrito method of doing a lined bodice with a sleeveless or partial sleeve. So as you can see, I have already attached the collar that I'm using. You can also do this with no collar. I've already sewn my entire neckline, and I've already attached my partial sleeves here. They're attached to just the mane, not to the lining. Okay, that's very important. So all of those things are already done. And now we're gonna do the burrito roll. Now the reason that this is called the burrito method is because we're actually going to roll up our garment like a burrito. So I'm going to start on the side closest to me, and I'm just going to roll it until I hit the center. So now I have half of the garment rolled up so that it doesn't take up very much space. Now I'm going to take my mane and my lining, and I'm going to wrap those around my burrito. So the mane goes over the top, leaving the lining. The lining goes around the bottom. This way I can have my two arm size meet up on the other side. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin those in place. Once you have those pinned in place, you are going to sew with your recommended seam allowance along your entire arm side. And you can, of course, pin between the major points, but you always want to make sure you're matching your shoulder seam, and you want to make sure you're matching your two ends, then pin in between. Go ahead and sew that, and then we'll come back. Now that you have sewn your entire arm side, you're going to turn the garment right side out. So to do that, we are going to pull through and just slide through the tube that we've sewn, and just keep pulling. And now the garment is right side out. And we have a fully finished seam on both sides. And that way all of our seam allowance is tucked inside our mane and our lining, and we have a cleanly finished arm side. Go ahead and repeat the same method for your second arm side, and then we'll come back to finish the bodice construction. Now that you've sewn both of your arm sides and turned the garment right sides out, you're going to go to the lining portion of your bodice. As you can see, my garment only has a lining on the upper portion of the bodice, and then the lower portion of the bodice is just one layer. Your bodice may have a complete lining. It doesn't really matter which way it goes. What we want to do is take the front and the back and now attach our side seams. This way we will continue having a completely lined garment with no exposed seams. So you're going to take your front lining and your back lining, you're going to bring them together and match the edges. Make sure that if you are working with a partial bodice that you match the seam of your front and back there as well. Match your seams, match your edges, pin in place, and then go ahead and sew along your entire side seam from the edge of the lining, which is here at the top, all the way down to the hem of your garment. Once you have finished that, you can repeat on the other side, then press your arm side well, and then attach your lining in place either by hand stitching or stitching in the ditch. Once again, this is how you do a lined bodice using the burrito method. I hope that helped your sewing today. Have a great day and keep on sewing.